Always.
We're taking the view. Can't all be racing snakes like that.
Look at him go! Oh, that's the two-stroke Tyrone of old. That was sexy,
So welcome back to another episode of All Ride and a continuation of our December ride series. It's good to have the crew back with us for this one, and bound to have lots of fun out on the trails. So today we're going to be focusing on more trail technical riding and a bit more gravity. The last 2 episodes have been a bit more marathon focused, and if you combine those rides of the previous 2 episodes, you can check the card above if you didn't see them, and today's ride is going to be a really good mix of testing not only your fitness but your technical riding ability too. We're going to be ticking off some iconic trails today. Lions Head is going to be one of them, out to Signal Hill, up above Higgovale. We're really looking forward to it, folks, so we hope you enjoy it as much as we do. Let's go.
So there is a bit of tar on today's route, but the rad thing is it's right here in the city centre of Cape Town, which means that it links up iconic trail zones such as Table Mountain, Lions Head, Signal Hill, the Glen, and it's all on about a 20k loop. So you got to work, you got to gain the altitude, but there's some really rad descents to pick up and have some fun on the way down. All right, so here we go. We're heading off the tar and into the mountain for our first bit of single track climb. Old ball bag leading out the charge here.
Dave, watch your head. Oh yeah, my head.
Height constrictions. Tyrone won't even need to duck. Always.
We're taking the view. Can't all be racing snakes like that.
So basically you can see there's just nice little pieces of single track peppered in between the tar, and we're just making our way along pretty much the same level before we get up to this techie, punchy, short, steep surfacefest that is a climb.
Here we have the perfect contrasting riding styles of Steve the Bullbag Saddler and Tyrone Rawlins, both going for the bobbing effect. Black turtles versus cleats. One of the things that Craig and I enjoy about the climbs on our rides with these 2 grumpy guys is the fact that they're generally so tired they can't speak, and that's a win because we finally get to have some decent quiet and enjoy our surroundings. To illustrate the pace in which we're riding today, Craig is just having a stroll next to us while we are at about 70% effort up this climb. Cannot believe he just scratched his ballsack after that climb. Still wearing his Nikon Viv shorts, which are from the Cape Epic in 2010. No. Okay, so we're at the top of what?
Slickrock.
Slickrock, okay. I've ridden it twice, so I'm not quite sure what to expect, and both times I've ridden it, it's been in the dark. I believe it's pretty technical. The name of the game here is to just kind of let the brakes go, let the big 29-inch wheels do all of the work, approach it at a medium pace. It is known to be kind of technical and a little bit loose, of course, in summer, so keep your eyes peeled, but let the bike do the work and let it flow.
Getting it right early. Good job.
Yeah, man, it's a good place to come and test your skills. I probably wouldn't ride it if I was a first timer or an amateur, so to speak.
Alright, so we've just taken a sharp right at the bottom of Slickrock and onto another piece of trail here. Not as much flow, but a lot of fun nonetheless. You've got to get quite far off the back, let the front suspension work for you, and just let it rip. Steve leading us up on amazing lines here. Just shows experience and local knowledge really does go a long way. Good job, Steve. So we're in Trek Road, that's what you're looking for, and then you come to the end, you can see the Kloof Neck sign there. The boys have made their way here, and now you can do a little hiker bike up this neat set of stairs, and that's going to take you all the way up to Kloof Neck. So here we are, top of Kloof Neck, just topped up the water bottles. This is your first water point of today's route, but because of this central point is actually one that we hit 3 times on today's route, you've got a tap to fill up with water bottles, for the hot days like today. Use it.
Wait, what were you doing in the car park a bit earlier on with Tyrone? What's this in your ear? What is this? What is this in his ear? Okay.
Gentleman never tells.
It's
Everywhere!
It's just friends helping friends.
Is that SPF 50 or 30? I don't know. What's that up ahead, bro?
I'm not quite sure. It's making strange noises. Doesn't look like it's built for endurance, more for speed. And even speed's lacking.
But he's leading us out.
It's because we're pedaling with one leg. One leg for the boys! That's all I've got though. Can't wheelie, can't ride down hills, can't even climb really, so
You're one pedal strong.
the one pedal strong is my thing, bro.
Yeah. Tyrone Rawlins, leading out the climb, up probably the steepest climb of the day.
I was just taking it easy. I didn't know what happened to the rest. I told them to pace themselves in the early part of this ride. It's not my first rodeo here in this all-ride crew on Trail Trippin.
The iconic Table Mountain, framing up the lads here.
Can you get a better way to explore a city and all of its trails? Apart from trail running, I would say probably not. Man, this is incredible. Table Mountain face behind us, Signal Hill in front of us, waterfront, Cape Town Harbour, views for days.
Oh, the rodeo roundhouse.
Okay, so we're off the tar road now, and the Signal Hill Road, and we've come to what one would say the saddle, Lions Head saddle between Lions Head and Signal Hill. On the rider's left hand side you'll see Lions Head, rider's right you'll see the Kramat, and we're about to drop into what will be our second longest descent of the day. It is rocky, it is kind of fast, a bit rooty, and yeah, all round should be pretty good fun, and it takes us around the face of Lions Head. You'll see Clifton Beaches, Camps Bay, views are great, trails great, let's go.
Ready?
Have you turned it on? That's quite a technical little corner here. One thing you should never do, follow my line. Kind of have a point and hope, commit to it.
Oi, Steve-o! Yeah, boy! Well, this is not crap. This is a section of the trail now where we start moving over left on the face of Lions Head. Down below us is Clifton Beaches, and soon we'll see Camps Bay.
Rocky section again. You can pace yourself through there.
These views really are something else. We've got to the technical stair climb. Boys over there lining up. They're gonna come have a crack. Let's see how they fare. First up, Mr. Experience and the man with local knowledge, Steve Sadler, in the house. You can see he knows these lines, working it, making that big wheel go. Steve, on the money here. Look at him go.
All about speed.
Oh, that's the two-stroke Tyrone of old.
No ways. Rhodes Harrison in beast mode.
Not as agile as Steve, but he's got more power than he knows what to do with. He's dug the quad, makes this traverse up the stairs. Oh, a stall. Oh,
Yeah, that's not. How did you get it fucking across here, bro?
manages to unclipped.
How did... Jeepers. That's some skill, Steve-o. Enjoy the views that are up above Camps Bay here, or sorry, Clifton rather. Steve's enjoying his delicious goat's cheese sandwich. Tyrone's checking his emails, and I'm just pretty much grumpy.
Whoa, shit. Craig, you have shit lines. Be cautious on these wooden bridges, especially if they're wet. They get very slippery. This is quite a technical section. Get off the back of your bike.
Okay, so we just made our way around Lions Head. We've got ourselves to the bottom here, and basically from here we make our way up on the tar road to the Glen, where we then drop through this very valley behind us. So here we are making our way back up to the Glen. As you can see, a couple of cars coming past now. There's loads of them out here, guys, so stay as far left, single file, and just respect all the different road users out here.
Okay, dropping into the Glen Trail now. It's officially the third descent of the day. I'd say it's also the one that's going to have a bit more flow to it, at least for the upper and middle parts of the trail. Down at the bottom it does get a little bit more technical, but it's a lot of fun. It's totally protected in there from wind and the other elements, so it's going to be a good time.
Here we go, dropping in on the Glen. They have done a bit of work since we last rode here. Steve-O on the gas. Oh man, you gotta love this. Nice little hop there over the roots. The corkscrew, it's famous here in the Glen. And the boys got a tight train going in here. Dappled light, so got to be careful because there are a couple of cliffs that can catch you out.
Last time I rode this, it was super wet and slippery. So today, it's nice to have a little bit more grip on the wheel.
You drop a very sharp switchback, a big hole in the middle. Longer bikes will struggle there. But just take it at your own pace, you'll be all good. Loving this trail.
And this is where the trail starts to get quite a bit more technical. Boys are going right line. I'm going to go left line.
Go Steve on the gas, boy. I think he's left us with a bit of work to do here. But we'll power through. And that, my friends, is the Glen Trail. Good job, Steve-O. Well, the boys pulling up a chair after a well-earned descent there, Ty.
I was just concerned. I thought Doug had crashed. He was so far behind us. Did your brakes bind or something? Did you change your whole tire?
Both
Did
hands
your
went
chain
into,
snap?
they went into cramp, both hands on my brakes, and literally.
So there is a bit of a hiker bike section just to get up and out of the Glen Trail and into the Camp Space suburbs. From there, we'll get onto a nice gentle climb, mix of greenbelt and tar, up to the Kloof Neck Circle. Again, that is your third stop at the water point. From there, over to the Signal Hill Saddle, and on to our fourth descent for pizza and beer. So we have arrived at our fourth and final descent of the day. You can see the trail over here, the beautiful Table Mountain, Devil's Peak, the City Bowl. Boys are lining up here. Doug's dropping a seat because he knows there's some trail radness up ahead. Nice tight hairpin here. Nice one coming up.
Alrighty, so that is a wrap for part 3 of our December rides. Just a disclaimer on this one. It is not an easy ride. 16.5 Ks, 650 meters of climbing. You're going to work out there, and the trails are demanding and they are technical. So if you are a more cautious rider, we wouldn't recommend just going straight into this. And this is also probably a ride or a route that you're going to need to do several times before you really start to enjoy it. The first time you see these trails, you probably will be quite intimidated, but it's just about being persistent and coming back and trying to ride it as frequently as possible. And by third and fourth time you've done it, you'll probably be having the time of your life. You do need a Sandparks activity permit to be able to ride these routes. So just that final reminder. We're off to have some pizza and some beer now. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, share, give us a like, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Adios for now.
Later. Ciao.